It's Saturday morning and welcome back at 6:30. I'm Maddie Kurth. It'll be a weekend to finally enjoy being outside with that lower humidity really settling in. So let's get you over to meteorologist Hannah Gard for your Weather Authority forecast. Hey, Hannah.
Hey, Maddie, it really feels nice out there to start off. Look at those cooler temperatures this morning by about 2 to 6 degrees across the area. It's 6 degrees cooler in Hammond, 65 to start. We have upper 60s in Gulfport. The only areas that are still feeling a little bit more mild to start are on the South Shore because we have a northerly breeze, which means it's coming off the warmer lake waters. It's harder for us to actually cool down south of the lake this time of year, but feeling really great out there to start. We're seeing that sun up now. It's going to heat up, but with the lower dew points behind the cold front that moved through, it's not going to feel as hot, and that's what really matters. As we get closer to the summertime and that heat index starts to push up toward triple digits, we'll take any break we can get, and it will be a break through this weekend, even seeing some 50s with the dew points. Up to the north, you'll see those dropping off into the afternoon. It will feel really, really nice today. So get out there, enjoy your Saturday. We're going to have a great feel all afternoon and lots of sunshine, so make sure you're still putting on the sunscreen. The UV index will be high. The sun angle is still high out there, but it'll feel really good. I have the feels like temperature on there. You can see it's right around the actual temperature, which starts to get rare this time of year. So we'll be in the low 80s by noon, and we'll be hovering close to mid 80s. I'm forecasting 86. I think the modeling's a little bit low because of the sun angle being so high, but it'll feel really great all the way through the day. In the evening, we'll even fall into the low 70s to start tomorrow on the South Shore, and we'll see some low 60s on the North Shore waking up on your Sunday. It will be a little bit warmer during the day. We'll get to the upper 80s, same with Monday, and you'll start to feel the humidity creeping back in by the start of the work week, and then we'll see those 90s returning later in the week. That will feel more summery. Dry today, though. Not much going on, maybe some fair weather clouds. We could see a coastal shower or two, but we really don't get the moisture returning. Even Sunday looks pretty dry on some modeling. I have seen a few models that are popping some afternoon showers and storms. This one you can see a couple of little pops of green there. But we will have a warm front pulling across the region Sunday into Monday. That will return the moisture, and we could see some storms starting to pop up. That will bring back the summer pattern on Monday, where we'll get those afternoon storms firing up on the lake and sea breeze. So this is a brief little break from the summer feel, so enjoy it. Rain chances are not going to be super high though, 30% Monday. It looks pretty dry Tuesday into Wednesday, and then we'll start to see more rain chances late week as we have some other features to watch for, but this will be very summery, not seeing any drenching rain through the extended forecast. One day until the start of hurricane season. It starts tomorrow on June 1st. Here's what we're looking at. In the Eastern Pacific, we already had Alvin. That was the first named storm of the year earlier this week. Now we have a low chance of tropical development in that same area that Alvin formed, but it's very typical this time of year. For the Atlantic, no development expected in the next 7 days. That's what we like to see. And the reason for that is a lot of Saharan dust. We actually have some in the Gulf, so you'll notice some bright colors out there with the sunrise, and then we have a huge plume moving across the main development region that'll head into the Caribbean and then eventually the Gulf. And by the end of this coming week, we could see some really dusty conditions. So that's something that can aggravate those allergies, asthma sufferers, something to think about this week. That does clear out though after the end of next week and next weekend, and we're actually looking at favorable conditions for development around Central America in that time. Southern Gulf, Northern Caribbean, but this is very typical. This is something called the Central American Gyre. The winds heading in from the east and from the west cause low pressure over that area, and we can see little spin-offs trying to be the seed for tropical development this time of year. The modeling, maybe you've seen on Facebook, can overdo that phenomenon. We really have to watch for if that's actually going to happen or not. You've probably seen those posts of the one model run 14 days out. We gotta tune out the noise this time of year. It's very normal to see tropical signs and signals in that area once we get to the middle of June. So we'll be watching it, of course, and we will let you know. The second we know anything, we will give that information to you, but right now just something we're keeping our eye on. Nothing else really the rest of this week though, Maddie. that is standing out to me as a huge weather maker. I think we get into a really summery pattern after this weekend. So enjoy today. Tomorrow we have that lower humidity.
Yeah, you know, all of our governments, our municipalities, they're starting to have their hurricane preps. They always stress a trusted source for your weather reporting, okay? Think how easy it is to post a picture on Facebook. Anybody can do it. Not so easy to get your meteorology degree.
Yes, exactly. And they're posting one model run. You know, we try to explain, we look at the ensembles as meteorologists, which are one model. They put a bunch of different scenarios into it. So you get dozens of different outcomes, and that's one outcome out of the dozens that are possible, and it's very unlikely 14 days out that that one outcome is what happens. So that's why if you see that one post for June 15th, you gotta just disregard it this time of year. We will tell you if we see something that we think is actually likely to happen, and we will tell you, I promise.
For sure. Tune into your weather, folks. Thank you, Hannah.